let's relax ourselves with our breathing. Without any extra effort, breathe in, feel your whole body minutely adapt. Feel your shoulders lift a little bit. Breathe out and take any tension that you have into the room. Imagine your body is a whole series of empty caverns, a set of caves that are very still, very quiet. And your breathing moves through those empty spaces. Your breath moves down through the torso, all the way down the legs, right down to where your toes are. Breathing in and out, aware from all the way down here that the top of your head is as far away as the moon. Your breathing picks you up again, moves you up through the feet and the legs, up into that wide cavern in your torso. And now we circle down one of the arms, past the elbows, right down to where your palm, your fingers and your thumb are. Go to one of those tunnels, rest where your nail is, your fingernail. From here, the whole complex of your body is spread around you. Let your breath pick you up once more. And now we move up the neck into the head. From here, your feet and your toes seem as far away as Pluto. Breathing in and out, we can leave our bodies safely here, while that small point of you that thinks is picked up by your breath, unhooked from where it normally sits just above the eyes. Let your relaxed breathing take that speck of thought outwards. Around you, the scene changes. Become aware that you're in a wide desert. You're traveling alone. Perhaps you're moving in a car. Maybe you're pedaling along on a bike. Perhaps you're on a bus that's just set you down at the side of the highway. Empty in either direction, under the dome of a blue sky, the bright sunlight. However you got here, you've disembarked. You stand alone. This is a landscape in late afternoon that doesn't contain another soul. There isn't a sign of human habitation, and if you came here in a vehicle, imagine it's receding away, a trail of dust behind it, leaving you utterly alone. This desert valley rises with columns of sandstone, wide mesas with flat tops that could be reached only if you could climb. Orange, yellow sandstone. You're aware not only of the quiet, but of the hot sun beating down. You have something with you to keep the sun off, perhaps a wide hat or a parasol you put up for shade. You're equipped as well with plenty of water in a wearable bottle. You're dressed for the heat. You're ready for the desert. The only mystery is why you've ended up out here. Breathe in deep. The air is warm, arid, uncontaminated. Air that's passed over miles of dry sand, cactus, heated stone. All that way to come here and bring purity into your lungs. Before you, there's a pathway leading towards the nearest mesa. A mesa that rises up a curving orange curtain of stone, layers of sedimented rock, pressed down over millions of years. It looms like an enormous, mountain-sized monolith. But before that, around its skirt, there's a flat area of curious dark bumps. And following the pathway, you'll get close to a battered old sign. And that sign indicates this is a petrified forest. It has a peculiar name, significance, petrified forest. You go past the sign. Let's enter this space, here where there are stumps of many ancient trunks. Smooth and shiny, half buried in dust. These fossil trees stretch away to left and right. Some are recognizably trees. Some are just smoothed off bumps. But every one has a small metal plaque by it, identifying it with a name. If you lean down to take in some of these signs, you'll find every one of the trunks in this forest is a person you've met in your life so far. The size and the state of each tree, its remains, will indicate their personality, their effect on you. There are many of them here, stretching as far as you can see. And of these, a huge number will be people you don't remember. Strangers who entered your life fleetingly, or people who meant something once, but it's been so long now, you've forgotten their name. Take a couple of moments to wander and notice the plaques, the names, the people, who each tree is. Some will be a surprise, you'll remember them. Many will be mysteries to you. Occasionally, a larger, more intact tree of stone rises over the others. It casts out its branches like they're the arches for some missing church roof. These trees will be family members, lovers, close friends, pets. When you draw near to one of these taller trees, notice who they represent. It's these trees that have given Significance Petrified Forest its name. The significant people from your life. As you meet each one, honor their memory. Recognize and remember. You might want to hug that stone trunk, absorb strength and joy from them, and keep that warm glow in your tummy, down in your lower torso. We're now reaching the edge of the petrified forest. In your walk through here, you may have harvested some beautiful memories, feelings. Let's acknowledge 3 in particular. 3 people trees, 3 fossilized relics that helped you grow with their unconditional gifts. And let's acknowledge as well those many, many stumps, people you don't remember. They too shaped who you are now. Your feet are slowly rising. A set of stone stairs cut out of the sandstone here at the lower incline of the mesa. Feel your feet rise up, one step after the next, dislodging the sand that blows about the orange and yellow grains. As the mesa slides closer, it hides the sun, covers you in sudden, welcome shade. Think about some situation in your life just now where you need help getting coordination and balance. It might be a mundane aspect in your life or something very major, very significant, affecting your security, something you struggle with. Stop walking for a moment. Stand on one of these steps, feet planted wide, solidly. Stand erect, your shoulder blades flexing back a little, surrendering your arms, your hands to gravity. Your head is looking right forwards, your eyes scanning that rising rock wall. Standing as strong as the stone stacks around us. Let your consciousness flow into the ground. Let it fall down there, down between your legs, through the surface of the ground and beyond. There it can cast about for any reflected living movement, any flow down there, any curious motion. Feel for life in the rock and bring it up to where your feet are standing. Let that warm, inquisitive energy move up higher, a vortex with a life of its own. It's flowing up to where your legs meet. It goes into your torso. You might feel motion very gently down there behind your navel, just above your hips, below where the ribs fan out. Feel your whole body surrounding in vivid white light, so pure, so cleansing it touches every pore in your skin. That energy flows up and it swirls in your hips, circling, spiraling, countless warm, dazzling particles. Keep that energy just behind your navel, between there and your sternum. Whiteness fades away. Here's the familiar sight of the mesa, those steep walls. There your feet on autopilot, following this stairway in the rock all the way to the base of the cliffs. It seems there are ways up that steep wall. In some places there are stairways like this, cut into the rock, zigzagging up, turning many corners. In other parts of the steep mesa wall, you'll notice rock climbers' rope and equipment knocked into the stone, allowing a more energetic ascent. In other parts you'll notice wooden ladders nailed together, homemade methods to get from boulder to boulder. And in some places up there, once there was a gentle, inclining path, easy to walk. Where it is has been forgotten, but occasionally you'll find a part of it and follow it in peace. The next few minutes you'll find your way up the mesa, although you'll never reach the top. Instead you'll be discovering these different ways of rising, the staircases, the ropes, the ladders, that gentle incline. How all these fit together as you meet them will perfectly illustrate the issue we're focusing on today, that issue you're struggling with. The ease or the difficulty of your ascent, how comfortable or how scary it is, will match what's going on in your life just now. Let the walls teach you. Now you've risen a good way up. The cliffs are sheer before you. Maybe you don't dare look down. Instead, we very carefully keep going. Whether you're gripping out for stairs or rope, ladders, or just moving your legs up that incline, still feel that warmth circling behind your navel, below your sternum, those particles spiraling round. As you grip onto this sandstone, your hands on orange and yellow bands, you'll hear noises from above you, craning your neck, at the top of this mesa, you see dots, heads, many people shouting to you, waving their arms. They seem to be encouraging you. Maybe they're guiding you where to go next. You can't make out their words, but the tone is clear. They're excited for you. They're impatient for you to join them. The people on top of this mesa are succeeders, people who've achieved difficult journeys themselves. They could be people you know and respect from your own life, or people you've read about, wanted to meet. But carry on a couple more minutes, fighting your way up, not quite reaching the top, but now you have their encouragement from above. Feel hands reaching out, hands on your shoulders and your elbows, pulling you upwards, taking your weight, leading you onto the mesa top. Wide, flat stone. Space opens around you. The novelty of standing here safely makes you giddy for a moment. In the late afternoon, there's a view you never imagined you'd get. Needles of stone rising into the blue, a deep, vivid orange in the late sun. Take in that view. Turn on your heels in a full circle. Drink in the colors. Feel that fresh breeze cooling your brow, your arms. All the people have faded away, like echoes traveling down between those rocks. You're alone up here. The day is moving to dusk. The sky to a royal blue. A silver seam behind black spikes of stone, where the sun is disappearing. In the deepest blue of the sky, the first stars are pricking their way through. The mesa top is flat, with scrub growing here and there, where it can get a grip in the dust. In the center of the mesa, there's a pile of burning logs, dead center. Walk between the scrub towards that fire. Shadows grow longer, capering left and right. Here is the pile of logs, as high as your waist. It's been burning for some time. Hear the crack and the pop of the wood. Let the wood smoke go over your skin. Your skin reacts to the heat, warns you when you're too near. You're hypnotized by the wood, blackening, smoothing, red glowing details. Charcoal oblongs waiting to separate and flake into sweet white ash. Inside the sheathing of flames, there's a furious glowing heat, making caves of bright yellow, orange and white. You imagine you've changed size and form for a moment, able to enter that small inferno. Here you are, tiny, walking unharmed in these grottos of living flame. You're close to the embers now. They're all around you, the rooms, the ceiling, the floor. glowing as bright as neon. And the heat, the fire doesn't damage you. You're made of similar material. Feeling the heat only invigorates you. You breathe the fire in. This fire could burn through any solid thing you've met. Remember again that issue you want help with, and welcome the fire energy in. Imagine that yellow heat moving through your bones, your tissues, not able to harm you, only to power you. Take that fire energy to where in your head you worry about that issue, to where in your heart that issue weighs you down. Bring the fire there and let it stay there, flickering, crackling, popping. Don't let it leave. Let it bed down there permanently. Those two fires inside you, they seem to merge with the vortex of energy in your tummy. The fire travels through bone, all three areas communicate, become one. Inside, you're radiating, warm. You're back at your normal size, standing in front of the fire, the pyre of logs. You feel the heat again, you smell the wood. You notice a rake left by the side of the fire. Take the wooden pole in your hands and feel its weight. The heat is still circling within you, going round and round. Standing here, holding the rake, think once more of that issue we're working with. Think of the outcome you want to happen, and feel in you, instinctively, intuitively, where in the landscape around you that outcome is waiting. What direction is it in? With your inner compass, orientate yourself. Point yourself in the direction of that outcome. Stand there so the fire is between you and that direction. Then bring the rake up. Push at the logs with the rake head. Topple them over, away from you. Now you're pushing out a mat of glowing darkness. The logs have been burning so long they easily break up. They spread out into a galaxy of yellow, orange, twinkling stars. Go round and use your rake to spread them out. Rake it out in the direction you want to go in. How far do they spread? You want to create a firebed of a couple of inches thick. Beat the embers into smaller fragments with the rake. Break them down. So you're spreading a mat of glowing stars over the land. Above, the sky is hustling towards deepest blue-black. The stars are bright now. Throw the rake aside. Take off anything you might be wearing on your feet. Then stand there on the stone. Let your toes play. Inside you, you still have that coiling fire energy. As it coils, stand straight again, your feet firm on the ground. Let your arms drop back again, held by gravity. Hold your head so it's looking forwards. Create a straight axis so energy can rise up through the earth and through you, and it can drop down into you from the heavens above. You'll continue to feel that flow up and down 2 ways at once, and in a moment you're going to walk on those coals in your bare feet over the glowing embers, and none of it will burn, not while you stay with the fire within. There won't be any point at which you're transformed into some magical being that's immune to fire. You'll always remain just as you are. And just as you are, you step forwards, you step onto the coals. Your feet go into those embers that are gritty but also sandy and smooth. They're softer perhaps than you expected. You hear crunching under your heels and toes, and you keep walking. Not in a hurry, not too slow. You walk naturally over this galaxy of embers. It glows before you, around you, behind. This mat of coals seems to go on infinitely now. As you walk from coal to coal, the energy within you is shooting up and down, simultaneously forming a column of light, of heat, to earth through your soles, to sky through your crown. Keep walking. Let your firewalk continue for as long as it needs to. Infuse yourself with this powerful energy. As you walk, take in the beauty around you, the stars, the deep, deep blue. Being this high in the sky, on this flat mountain top. Walk on over the coals and imagine the outcome you want to have, what you'd like to manifest with that issue. In your mind as you walk, vividly with every emotion, imagine you're stepping into that future. At the end, you find your feet standing on dust, on stone. They've left the fire pit. You're standing, unmoving, under the dome of stars. Your bare feet are sensitive. They will have plenty to say tonight, but they will be unharmed. You're still high from walking over the coals. So breathe in that night air. Is it cool or warm? It's found you in this landscape of mesa tops silhouetted against the night sky. Between those dark points in the distance, there are orange glows from human towns. But they're a long way from here. This moment, this place is entirely for you. the light energy that was coursing up and down within you is now circling your navel once again. And that's an energy that will be with you in the next few weeks, that will draw you to that direction that's calling, where your manifested outcome is waiting. If you look back, all the embers have died to black. The only lights are the stars overhead, the glow in that sky itself. This is a place of regal peace, and you can return here anytime you want to. It's only a few thoughts away. But now we're going to return to the waiting world. Notice the breeze again moving round you. It moves round your shoulders, round your back, cool and strong. And you now are as light as a feather or a speck of dust. And that breeze will pick you up, and it will carry us home. So feel yourself turned onto your back. Allow yourself to be held by that strong breeze. Already the mesa top is moving away below you. We're carried over the edge, securely held. We move over those steep walls, all those stairways and ropes and ladders and the incline that you climbed. The breeze takes us further over that petrified forest. All the memories of people spread out down there. It takes us on to where you've left your body waiting. So move there, through the ceiling, through the rooftops. Find where you are, the outline of your body. Take yourself just a few inches above the head, and we'll breathe ourselves back in. Let's breathe on down through the top of our head, going down the torso all the way down the legs. Find your feet, find your toes and heels, and leave yourself down there. Feel a subtle weight as you leave your essence there. Breathe in once more. Go down through yourself. Go down the two legs, and let's feel ourselves from the ankles, through the calves, up to the knees and the thighs. Breathe in again and go down inside yourself. Go down to the tummy, to the hips. Follow the spine up and leave yourself there, becoming the right weight. Breathe in again, and this time fill the upper chest, between the shoulder blades, under the rib cage. Breathe in again and go down the two arms, the two tunnels, right down to the fingers, the palms. Breathe in and bring to the right weight your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms. We'll breathe in once more, and now we go down and fill the neck, the throat, inside the skull, behind the eyes, between the ears. Breathe in and leave that little point that thinks back where it lives, between the eyes, in the forehead. Breathe in and feel for any parts of you that are still a little bit empty or spacey. Make them all the right weight. Try wiggling your fingers and then your toes. And when you feel you are fully back, let's open up our eyes.